Welcome back. The Henry Clay Estate in Ashland is proud to announce its commemoration of Women's History Month throughout March. It helps to recognize and honor the significant contributions of women in shaping Ashland's history and also the broader narratives of our nation. Here with us to talk more about this is Jim Clark, the Executive Director. Welcome to the show, Jim. So happy to have you on.
Thank you.
To talk about Women's History Month. So can you talk about a little bit about the tour y'all are giving at Ashland right now?
Yep. So people will come and they'll learn about 9 women in particular that covers 1 century of political, social, and cultural change, starting with Lucretia Hart Clay, Henry's wife, who really was his backbone and foundation that she enabled him to go off to D.C. for 52 years. But she really embodies that whole sense of domesticity and the woman really being the guardian of the home and being in charge of its moral and religious sort of structure. And then we progress through the years and we see women becoming more self-defined, all the way to Madeline McDowell Breckinridge, Henry Clay's great-granddaughter, who was one of the leading suffragists. But she was also somebody who was a great proponent of public education, of a park system here in Lexington, and was really engaged in the community. So you'll see this full spectrum of how women contributed not just to the life of Ashland, but to the whole community.
I love that. You get the full experience. So how significant has the impact of women been on Ashland over the years? I mean, we were just talking about it. It seems like it's a pretty big deal there.
Well, and really, I wouldn't be here today were it not for the women who really protected that legacy, preserved the estate. It was Henry's granddaughter who bought the property back because for about 18 years after the Civil War, it went out of the hands of the Clay family and actually was where Kentucky University Agricultural and Mechanical College was created, which later became the University of Kentucky. So they bought it back, and for 5 generations, they preserved that place. But it's also been some of our more significant contributors to the estate over, since 1950 have been women, and have really made it possible for us to be here today to provide this great community treasure and historical center.
I didn't know that about the University of Kentucky,
Yeah.
so I guess all the students have Ashland to thank for that. And the women there.
Maybe to thank for it, or...
Yes, exactly. So is there anything coming up at Ashland that we should have on our radar?
Well, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3:45 is when we're running the Women's Voices Tour. But also people can request it on demand, and we would be more than happy to put it together for like women's groups or church groups that would like to come. And we also offer that with our Black History Tour of Ashland that can be requested.
That's amazing. And so where can our viewers go to learn more about this and maybe sign up for that tour?
Our website, www.henryclay.org. Right on the homepage is information about the Women's Voices Tour. There's even a brief video that provides an introduction to that tour.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Jim. It means a lot, and talking about Women's History Month and all the important things about it. And you guys make sure you stay with us. We'll have more Good Afternoon Kentucky after this.